Dwane, I was going to ask you about, you guys are one win away from assuring yourself of a home court first round. Is that the next step towards building, you think?
No, I think is continue to play better. We got to continue with a consistency. Again, it's a broken record, but we got to continue to get better. And I thought we made some strides last night in some certain areas. I thought our physicality, our presence, dictating what we wanted them to do. Our shell defense was solid, and that's what we got to work for more so than worry about who we playing, who's playing, the standings and all that. Those things are important, but more importantly is us.
Back to something Michael brought up yesterday. I think you got up 29 three-pointers last night. That's the kind of flow that you need, that volume, right?
Exactly, Doug. That's another area where we've gotten better in is recognizing and taking three-point shots, make or miss. Those are rhythm shots, we're going to make our percentage, and that's what we kind of got away from early in the year. We were doing that early in the year when we were really rolling offensively, and we've gotten away from that for whatever reason. Again, guys are recognizing that, taking them, and we'll make those because our guys are very capable three-point shooters.
DeMar's become a much more effective corner three shooter. Did you design stuff for him to get the ball in that spot?
No, the ball found him. I mean, the ball movement. Matter of fact, a couple plays you're talking about, Doug. He started it. He went in, vaulted up, kicked it out, relocated, which is very important, and the ball found him back on that side in the corner. So. It was a play I thought a couple of times that found him in the rotation. And again, it's important that he takes those shots because again, he makes them every day in practice. We've been doing a lot of three-point shooting drills that he's knocking them down in. So that's probably why JV had the notion of taking one at the top because our bigs are shooting them too.
Yeah, is it my imagination or is Dwane really good at finding guys on the perimeter from the paint? Like he just seems to have, I don't know if it's his length or his vision or how he can turn his body.
Great feel, Michael. He has a great feel and vision and the length of getting in there and contorting his body and finding. And he has a great way of looking off the defense too. A couple of times he drove the baseline. The guy, he knew he was going to pass the guy in the corner and he looked at the guy at the arc and kicked to the corner. So those things are just natural. You can't teach those things that he does, and he has a great feel for him, and it really makes him an effective pick-and-roll player because once he does get in there and do what we call the midget, he does a good job of finding guys around.
It's kind of underrated, too, that ability to make passes on a line and on target from weird angles.
And you hit the last part, very important. A lot of guys make the passes, but they're at the ankles behind them where they have to reach for them, and now you lose the moment. And he does a great job of putting it in the shot pocket where guys are ready to take it, catch it, shoot it. And those are important things. And again, those are natural point guard instincts that he has.
Is he vocal as well, you think?
No, that's one area where he's got to get better. Be vocal. And my thing is, as a point guard, you've got to sell what you're talking about. You can't just say, whisper it. You got to sell it with conviction. Say, get over there, Serge, and be able to tell the veteran players what to do with conviction, with confidence, and that's what really good point guard. And he'll learn that. And that's part of his personality as a point guard that will come with experience and maturity on his part.
What did you see from DeMar Carroll yesterday, Dwane?
Shooting the ball well. I thought DeMar's defense started. Our physicality, he was getting into Paul George, and which was a tough cover, but I thought he set it. And the tandem of DC and PJ together playing defense like that will give us something positive because at that position is probably the most potent position in the NBA to guard. And we've got two very capable defenders that can guard that position now.
The easy answer might be you want to play at a playoff kind of intensity level all the time, but 10 days out to the end of the regular season, do you want every game to start feeling like a playoff game now?
Well, no question, and tomorrow is going to be the challenge. You have a team, Philadelphia, a young team coming in, trying to find their identity, they're playing hard, but again, you look at their record, so do you let down? But no, our whole goal is consistency. Consistency And we've had trouble with teams below 500. Why? I don't know. Because again, we present the same scouting report, we tell them the pitfalls, but human nature in the NBA is you relax a little bit this time of year, but our challenge and goal is to make sure we have no let up, same intensity, whoever's on the court, we go out and play out to our identity, which is playing hard, physical defense, moving the basketball for 48 minutes.
As a coach, how do you keep them on point like that? Is it harder practices? Is it talking to them, reminding them, or just having harder practices?
That's the last one you want to have, because then you leave that game on the court. No, it's again, you want your habits and your identity to kick in. And for the last few games, even the Charlotte game, I thought we played hard. Those guys made some tough shots, but I think we've been developing and playing to our identity, and that's something that's one of the hardest things to do in the NBA is continuously, consistently play to your identity.
Dwane, are they like jacking up a lot of shots? The Sixers trying to play up tempo more.
They're I think second most 3-point attempts since the All-Star break, but also too they're number 4 in points in the paint since the All-Star break and playing in pace. So they're a typical young team who's playing fast, trying to establish an identity, and we've got to meet that by having one, take care of the paint, and then the other effort, the multiple effort part of it is getting out to the 3-point shooters, and that's going to be our challenge. And again, this will be a good opportunity for our first unit and then also our second unit to work on their identity too. Guys like DeLon, guys like Norm, because their job is to come into the game and not let up. Either increase the score or make sure they maintain the intensity the first unit had and no let up. Too many times going into the fourth quarter, with our second unit in, we've had some let up, and we've had last night the team, I think they scored 32 points in the fourth quarter. The night before that they had some crazy 44. So we can't have a let up going into the fourth quarter until we get our starters back, with our second unit.
I know organizationally it's I presume a big deal, but the 905s finished their season, second best record ever, best road record in the history of the G League. Well, what's it say about that organization and you guys?
That's great. It's 2 years, right? Second year? Yeah, that says a lot about what Dan and Stack and last year Jesse and those guys did building. I thought Jesse started out last year building and did a great job of building work habits. Stack took it over this year and really increased it. And Dan has done a good job of really making sure he's bringing players in that fit our identity, fits the Raptor identity, and they're playing to it. And that says a lot. Again, that's our feeder system. They do a good job of taking our young guys down, practicing with them, playing with them, and they're coming back and not losing a step. And that's such a big part. And I think it's 23 teams, 24 teams that have their farm team. And that's going to be the new thing in the NBA is every team's going to have their own team. And, we're ahead of the curve because of the work ethic and how hard our guys work down there.
I know you get asked this all the time, so I'll ask it today. Anything new on Kyle?
There's nothing new on Kyle. Nothing. Zero.